On December the 4th, 1929, during the colonial era, the small village of Mailaram, which was then under the Nizam rule, welcomed the birth of a child, Gaddam Ram Reddy.
వారి నాన్నగారి పేరు జి కృష్ణారెడ్డి, వారి తల్లి పేరు కాంతమ్మ. వారికి ముగ్గురు సంతానం. అయితే వారికి వ్యవసాయం ఉండటం వలన కొద్దిగా 400 ఎకరాల వ్యవసాయం ఉంది. అందులో పంటలు పండించేవాళ్ళు.
In those days, like most Indian villages, Mailaram had no formal schools. The young Ram Reddy learned basic Urdu and Telugu script in an informal school run by a private tutor.
అప్పుడు పుస్తకాలు అనేవి లేకపోవటం వలన ఆ టీచరు కేవలం బలపాలపైనే తన పని సాగించేవాడు.
Young as he was, he had to leave the comfort of home to pursue education in a nearby town of Karimnagar. He enrolled in a government high school, and very soon he became one of its best students.
Well, in those days, the medium of instruction in Hyderabad state, the former Hyderabad state, used to be Urdu. Though the school was small, educationally it was certainly big. Good teacher staff and good company of students also.
కితాబ్ కా కీడా అని అనేవాళ్ళేమో మేము, ఆయన దోస్తులు అందరూ కూడా అయినాము.
In the year 48, he appeared for legal metric and then some intermediate afterwards.
Determination and dedication had paid off as he became the first from his village to have passed the matriculation examination. In the year 1949, that same determination led him to the prestigious Nizam College at Hyderabad.
Nizam College was the only English medium college in Hyderabad then. The Nizam College students were very well known in those days, very renowned for their communication abilities, oratorial abilities, and also for their scholarly abilities.
He used to be very often in the libraries. He had a very separate room in our house also at Hyderabad. He used to live, and once he goes in, he always used to shut the door and study. Always.
He went on to complete his Masters in Political Science at Osmania University, and in 1957 he left for London to study at the London School of Economics.
Somehow or other managed some finance. Not that he was rich, but in those days we came only from villages and from very modest families. He mobilized some resources and went to England. Realizing again that in those days a foreign degree mattered. That was a turning point which made him much more scholarly and much more practical and realistic about matters.
On his return from London, he joined as a lecturer of public administration, which was then a new discipline under the political science department at the Arts College of Osmania University. He soon became a popular teacher among students and also colleagues alike.
When I joined post-graduation in Osmania University in the Department of Public Administration, Professor Reddy was our lecturer. He used to guide us and he used to shape our personality, give us some sort of confidence to us, but that he always did not directly, more by example, more by suggestion.
And when he came, immediately he started a new course that was in public policy. Professor G. Ram Reddy used to be in the forefront, interacting with the students and talking to them very freely. I think that those were most memorable days which we can never forget.
During his times at Osmania University, Professor Reddy was temporarily sent to start the PG Center at Warangal, which later became the Kakatiya University. He made his mark as an able institution builder by molding and shaping the PG Center in becoming one of the best at that time.
I also joined the PG Center in 1969. We made a humble beginning in a residential quarter. Classes were held in the residential quarter and office was organized in a separate residential quarter. It was Ram Reddy Garu who used to take care of everything, everybody. From morning 9 o'clock till evening 6 o'clock, we used to work as a team.
Back in Osmania University in the year 1977, at the young age of 48 years, he became the Vice Chancellor of the university.
And when I met him, the first question I asked sir was, "Sir, you have so much service left and this is for only 3 years, what he will do afterwards?" Immediately he told, "Professorship is not inferior to Vice Chancellorship. So you will come back as a professor to the department." That's what he told. And when I became Vice Chancellor, I used always in my meetings, whenever there was an occasion, I used to tell Professor Ram Reddy said this. As a token of remembrance, the university thought that honor must be bestowed on that great man by putting his name to the Osmania University Distance Education as Professor G. Ram Reddy, Center for Distance Education.
Professor Ram Reddy's contribution to higher education as a whole has been significant, but perhaps he is most remembered and cherished as the man behind India's open and distance education.
He realized that the conventional systems have actually been gotten to a point of saturation where one needed to begin to look at alternative structures and institutional structures, and that's how this Open University idea came up. That has also coincided with the time when the British Open University became a success in the late 60s, early 70s, throughout 70s.
In the year 1982, this visionary leader gifted the country its first open and distance university, the Andhra Pradesh Open University, which was later renamed as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University.
Professor Ram Reddy, with his experience in higher education as a Vice Chancellor of Osmania University for 5 years and associated with many international higher education institutions, he shared the experience of British Open University with the political system in Andhra Pradesh, and political system immediately supported the idea. The establishment of Open University in 1982 is the result of two conditions. One is the vision, competence and persuasive abilities and contacts and sincerity of purpose of leader like Professor Ram Reddy. And second condition is the idea is the idea of times.
The country, having seen the impact and possibilities of the open and distance education in educating the huge population of the country, Professor G. Ram Reddy became the obvious choice of the Government of India in formulating and initiating a national open university. Thus, in the year 1985, the Indira Gandhi National Open University was born under his able leadership.
Professor Ram Reddy, our founder Vice Chancellor, was a great visionary and was committed to democratizing higher education. The four basic pillars of ODL system, that is the access, quality, openness and technology. He adhered it and put it in an integrated way in our framework.
When the National Open University, Indira Gandhi National Open University was being set up, Professor Reddy was acutely aware of the fact that it is going to be truly a national university. So this whole structure of the national headquarters and the regional centers and the study centers, this whole three-tier structure was visualized keeping in view the national character of the Open University.
Some other notable positions he held and contributed greatly included the first chairman of the Social Science Research Council, the chairman of the University Grants Commission, the Secretary General of the Asian Association of Open Universities, the chairman of the Indian Council of Social Science Research, and the Vice President of the Commonwealth of Learning. Professor G. Ram Reddy lives on, not only in the work he has done, but also in the memories of those he touched.
He was a very family man, doted on his children and wife, and made it a point to spend a lot of time with all of us whenever he was in Hyderabad.
And I could see him solve critical problems very easily. I think he had a charm which I really cannot tangibly quantify. Even today, though I'm a leading pediatrician and a director of a hospital, when somebody introduces me to another person, they say that he's so and so, but the tagline would be son of Professor Ram Reddy. And that's the reflected glory that I still cherish.
He was extremely humane, and whenever he spoke with his mind and heart together, not individually.
He is going to be remembered for a long time as someone who changed Indian higher education system qualitatively.
He had a very humane approach. His humbleness, his kindness with whom he used to interact probably is most memorable.
I always feel even now his blessings are there with us all the time.
God bestowed, nay, gifted a matured, a credible, a trustable face to you, a guileless smile, and a look so penetrating and reading, which made you a reference point on many an issue, private or public, for solution. And you had ready solutions to many of them, applying your robust common sense inherited from the grassroots.